conversation with me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told you.
Hear any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. $10 seconds.
This is Cubs Radio. Cubs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. You know, we're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
So you go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouse.
The comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. it's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie. It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed, and then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go, everybody loves that show.
The audience they just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside from mystery.
we do game shows. Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically a trivia game show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's 2 shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
I have to come see that one.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even brought you a shirt.
Growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did. That you will wear everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh, that's great.
Can I
Knockem Dead
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do. But
this
if you
guest.
if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready?
Nice.
1, 2, 3. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what? Had an awesome time. All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci.
Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by 2 Eagles Autobody. For more than 25 years, 2 Eagles Autobody has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. 2 Eagles Autobody handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call 2 Eagles Autobody and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say this?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. That is the place where you can see a comedian named Modi this weekend. M-O-D-I. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. Modi? Madi? 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 And let's see. And then, of course, at the brokerage this weekend in Belmore, you can see Carmen Lynch this weekend. And, of course, there's also an open mic there. McGuire's in Bohemia. Clayton Fletcher is playing there this weekend. 3 great shows at 3 great clubs. Brokerage in Belmore, McGuire's in Bohemia, and, of course, Governor's in Levittown, which is where we are right now. I am going to see about giving passes, tickets away to these shows towards the end of the week. But it's the Knockem Dead Comedy. Oh, I said Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, didn't I? The Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club Podcasts. I'm still not used to saying that, but that's what we are now. The phone lines are open because I'm by myself today. The phone lines are open, so feel free to give me a call and we'll chat and talk and catch up. Hope everybody's well. It's been over a week since we've been in here. For this show anyway, and we've missed you, and we hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We hope you had a great week off. We hope you're doing well. Hello, Jeff Bosey. Hello, Elizabeth Batapete. Hello, Kirsten. All you beautiful people. Good to see you. Jeff says, hope everything is well and everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you're well. Starting to get cold out there, so bundle up. But it's that time of year, and let me tell you, too, it's that time of year, so plan accordingly when driving, because now you got all these people on the roads, people that don't normally drive, people that are shopping and doing whatever, and the roads are starting to get busier, and people are, well, I was going to say people are stupider, but they're always stupid. So, but plan a few extra minutes to get where you're going, because the roads are fuller. There's more traffic-y. So, all right, so what do we got? We got a lot to talk about today. The big news today.
Happy birthday, Lou!
Nah. Happy birthday to the one and only Lou Pratz, a good friend of our show and a great comedian.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, celebrate. Happy birthday to Lou.
Happy birthday, Lou Pratz. Good friend of our show, great comedian. Don't know if he's watching. Hello, Joan. Joan says, welcome back, everyone. Yes, and the phone's ringing already. Gee, I wonder who that is. Let's see, where are we here? All right, I'll push that, and I'll go to this. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
It's the turkey again. How you doing?
You already tried the turkey one. You can't fool me again with the turkey.
It's the turkey with gravy this time.
Oh, it's a turkey with gravy this time. Oh, all right. Well, in that case, hello, Mr. Turkey with Gravy. How are you?
Good. How you doing there?
Well, wait a minute. How are you a turkey with gravy? You should have been eaten a few days ago.
No, nobody ate me, so I'm good to go.
What happened? What did you do?
Nobody ate me, so I'm good to go.
Well, why didn't anybody eat you? Are you a spoiled, rotten turkey?
Nope. I was spoiled little brat turkey.
Spoiled little brat turkey. So, all right. So, what's a spoiled little brat turkey doing on this Monday?
Nothing much.
It sounds like you're outdoors. Are you running from somebody that's trying to shoot you and have you for dinner?
I just want to say hello to you guys.
Here. Oh, all right. Well, hello, little spoiled brat turkey.
Well, guess what, Dad, Tony?
What's that there, spoiled rat turkey?
I got you again, Tony, every single time.
Oh, my goodness. It's DJ D-Love on the phone. Man, he gets me every time. It's amazing.
Every single time. What's going on, Tony Maloney?
How are you there, DJ, in your PJs? What are you doing? It sounds like you're outside.
No, actually, I'm in the car right now. I went to IDJ now and got me a new microphone for my DJ table.
Oh, very nice.
And everybody can hear me really good, nice and clear. Well, I got some good news to tell all the Knockem Dead people.
What good news would that be?
The good news is this Friday I'm going for my tryout.
You're going for your tryout this Friday. That's why you bought a new microphone.
That's right.
So what is this tryout? What do you have to do for this tryout? You actually have to go to the skating rink and lay down your beats?
No, when I go to the road skating rink, I don't know what time it's going to be. But I would text everybody in the box. I'll let you guys got it. I'll let you guys know on Thursday what time I'm going to be at the road skating rink on Friday.
So people are going to be there skating, and they're going to like see how you do while people are there?
Yep.
Wow. Well, now what's with this cough? Are you sick?
No, this guy like the stuff you know, whatever there, Tony.
We can't have any coughing on a DJ microphone when you're laying down your beats.
Nah, hell no.
All right. Well, that is great news, and we wish you all the best of luck with this. This is on Friday, you said?
Yes, this Friday. I know
right.
what time it's going to be either.
All right. Well, yeah, keep us updated and let us know, and we'll be pulling for you. We'll be keeping our fingers
and like
crossed.
I said, listen to me, Tony.
Listening.
All Knockem people are welcome to come to GR Skates 8 on Friday and see DJ D-Love perform.
Ooh.
I'm inviting everybody who's watching me right now on Gubs Radio Comedy Club Radio right now. You're welcome to come to Gubs Radio Comedy Club. Actually, GR Skates and Shirley and watch DJ D-Love perform.
All right. Yeah, email me that info, on Facebook or Instagram or something, and I'll share that information with everybody every day, and maybe some people will be able to go down and support.
Oh, I got a little rap for you guys. Ready for this one?
Ready.
I got a little rap for you guys this morning. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Yo, my name's DJ D-Love. I'm making moves, man. I don't know what I'm doing next. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Man, I'm going for my tryout. Man, I'm going to be a best DJ at the road skating rink. Man, I'm going to put down the tunes. Let me tell you, everybody who don't know me right now, I want to say a big thank you to Gubs Radio. I'd like to say a big thank you from Knockem Dead, and also another big thank you. I'd like to say a big thank you to one of my friends I know right there, Long Island Sound. I'd like to say a big thank you. You know what it could be a thank you for? The Christmas house. So I'd like to say a big thank you. And also another big thank you to the Halloween house also. So a big thank you to part of my family, like you guys are too. DJ Love is going to make the tryout. It's going to be number one hits. Come down and see me. Yeah, that's what I'm all about. DJ Love is in the building. Come down and see me on Friday. Yeah, you can see DJ Love perform. So I got to say to you guys, come and see me. I'll be live. Yeah.
Yeah. DJ D-Love, nice job. How was your Thanksgiving? Good?
My Thanksgiving was fabulous, Tony. Every day.
Fabulous.
I'm enjoying life. That's what I'm doing, Tony. Everything I'm down, enjoying my beautiful life.
Oh, good words. I like that. Enjoying his beautiful life. You're a happy guy, and I like your positivity. I like it.
I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. Oh, and speaking about the devil, how is she doing anyway?
Sally's doing okay. I'm gonna update everybody in a few minutes. So she's doing well. Thanks.
Well, I tell her I'm praying for her. I hope she gets better soon. We all miss her.
Will do. Thanks, pal.
I was going to call Nazi, but she's always not with the phones.
Well, yeah. Now that she's not here, I'll have the phone lines open every day.
That's good. That's cool. That's good shit. Like I said, guys, 3, 2, 1.
Suckers! DJ D-Love checking in. All right, now, let's see. I can't tell, but those headphones that I wear, they always kind of like pieces of it just always come off on my head. And nobody tells me. So I spend the rest of the day with black spots on my head. And then I go someplace and I'm like... So, all right, DJ D-Love checking in. Joe Beansy is here. Elizabeth says she's going to try and get there to see DJ's audition. She said it's close by to her. Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. Let's see who this is. I like when you guys call in, especially when I'm by myself. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Show. Who's this?
It's the next fucking nutcracker. You know what I'm saying, Tony?
Well, whose phone are you calling on?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I do know, but I don't recognize that name.
That's good.
Well, now you can't
I'm
use it
in the
again.
witness protection program. You didn't know that?
Good thing you're calling for all 6 people to see.
Oh, you were getting excited about that, huh? About that name coming up, huh?
I thought it was somebody new. I was going to say, hi, Martha, thanks for calling. Not that this is a bad thing that you're calling.
Yeah, exactly.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Good. And yours?
It was good, thanks. Everybody's feeling good over there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still stuffed from Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not. They're cooking for you
No,
right now.
I gotta replenish myself.
I bet. Is there any turkey left over, or did you eat the whole thing?
Actually, the turkey's done. Oh, finito.
Wow. How many people were there?
Let's see, 4.
Come on, really?
I'm serious. It was me, my mother, mother-in-law, and my wife.
Yep. What? Where's your sister? Your sister didn't go down, or you guys didn't come here to see her?
No, nobody came down. Nobody came down.
And you bought a full? Is it a full turkey that's gone already?
Of course. It was a 20-pound turkey, so I must have had about 15 of it.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Listen, Tony, I'm 350 pounds. I mean, come on.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you.
So how's Sallie feeling? All right? I know you're going to get to her soon.
Yep, I'm going to get to it in a minute. I got a whole presentation all set to go that she's going to kill me for. But yes,
oh boy,
I'm gonna get into how Sallie's doing. But she's doing okay. Thanks, pal. I appreciate you asking.
Good.
Everybody's good down there.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Good. Glad.
All right, welcome back. And,
thanks, man.
I'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Thanks for checking in, BG.
You got it. Take care.
Suckers! I think I'm just going to say suckers to everybody that calls when I say goodbye. That'll be our tag. Suckers! So, let's see. Got a lot going on today. The big news, everybody's asking about it. A lot of you have talked about it. I'm talking about the new Rocky. Well, it's not new. You thought I was talking about something else. I'm going to make you guys wait on that. Did you guys see this new Rocky? Tell me what you think in the comments here. We've talked about it before on here. Today's a big movie day on the show here because I don't know about you guys, but I spent a lot of the past week in front of the TV because we've been home and we haven't been able to do much, as you know. So a lot of time spent in front of the TV. So we're going to be talking a lot about that. Cause I have some other things too, but mainly TV. Starting with Rocky. We've talked about it before on the show. I'll talk about it again now because we finally saw it. Rocky 4. Sylvester Stallone took Rocky 4 and he recut it. He re-edited it. It's called, Rocky 4, the director's cut. Rocky versus Drago. Now, I've talked about it before on this show. I personally think Rocky 4 was the worst of all the Rockies. Most people think it's Rocky 5, and I say you're all wrong. Rocky 5 at least had a good premise. It was a good, the story itself was a good idea. They didn't execute it very well, but it was a good idea. Rocky loses his money, ends up back in the house back in Adrian's house where they started off. He's too old to fight, so he tries to be a trainer for somebody that's young and up and coming. It was a good idea. The movie didn't execute well, but it was a good idea. Rocky 4, there was no plot. Rocky 4 was just total 80s cheese. Corny 80s synthesized music. A big guy comes in and kills Apollo, which was stupid, and then Rocky decides he needs revenge. I need to do this. And then he needs to fight in Russia on Christmas Day, which they never really explained why. That didn't really even come into play. Like, what did it matter that it was on Christmas Day? So it was a stupid movie with that stupid speech at the end of, I can change, we can change, and you can change, and we can change, and everybody change, and this will change the change. Stupid movie. Totally cashed in on, Russia. If it was made today, it'd be some, Middle Eastern guy or whatever they call them. So Stallone himself must have thought that this was the worst Rocky 2 because he decided to re-edit it and recut it. So it came out a few weeks ago. We've talked about it a few times. We finally saw it during the week. And like I said, lots of 80s cheese, which has been removed from this new cut. All the 80s cheese is gone. And as much as I hate the 80s cheese, I have to say that this version was boring as boring gets. There wasn't really, it was, of course they're saying extended scenes, deleted scenes. You can tell what was deleted because the quality wasn't as good, the dialogue wasn't there. I actually think there was no improvement with this new cut. If anything, it was just as bad. I don't know if it was worse, but it definitely wasn't. It didn't improve anything. Jeff Bosey deleted his comment. All right. So, yeah, major disappointment. This movie had nothing to it. So don't bother. That's how bad it was. Don't bother. Go watch Rocky Balboa. The man definitely redeemed himself and redeemed the Rocky franchise, the Rocky series with Rocky Balboa. That was a good movie. This way you have 2 Christmas movies, Die Hard and Rocky 4. And don't forget Lethal Weapon. Were they all Christmas movies? Definitely the first one took place at Christmas time. Remember they were buying Christmas stuff. Let's see what else. We started watching Hawkeye. That's the latest Marvel series. I got to tell you, man, I think there's too much. The Marvel stuff, I mean, I enjoy it. So far, I got to be honest, though, I'm not impressed with Hawkeye. It's kind of far-fetched, and it's really not that interesting yet. There's 2 episodes out so far. The second episode was just plain dumb. It was really dumb. I just think they went too far. There's been, what? It feels like 500 movies at this point and a bunch of different series and cartoons. And now they've run out of ideas. We're on what? The 3rd incarnation of Spider-Man? But now it's, let's bring all the other Spider-Men and let's say they were from different universes and let's bring back the old villains and the other Spider-Men and let's come together and have a big battle. You're out of ideas. You're done. Just move on. Damn it. And DC is doing it too. Got the Flash movie coming out where there's all these different Flashes from different universes and different Batmen. Although it is going to be cool to see Michael Keaton come back as Batman. That's my favorite Batman. Will Wagner's watching. Hello, Will Wagner. He says, howdy. Howdy, Will. Yeehaw. You want to watch a good show. Watch this TV show called Kin. And speaking of Marvel, the guy that played Daredevil, he's in this TV show called Kin. I think it's on AMC, I think. Really good show. Starts off kind of slow. There's only 8 episodes to this first season. The first episode is slow, but it really starts to come together towards the end. But then the rest of the episodes are really good. Really good. Tremendous acting. It takes place in Ireland. All the actors are Irish. You might need the subtitles at times. The ending is a little disappointing, I'll tell you that. But it's still a good show, and I would recommend it. The big news. The big news you've been waiting to talk about. No, I'm not talking about Sallie in the hospital. I'll get to that. I'm talking about the Beatles. That's right. It is geek time, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years ago today, we lost George Harrison. George Harrison passed away 20 years ago today. Crazy, man. It's amazing how time flies. Poor George lost his battle to throat cancer, was it? Yeah, I think it was throat cancer. 20 years ago today. But the big news in Beatle land this past weekend, Beatles Get Back documentary premiered. 8 hours, separated into 3 parts. Started Thursday, so it played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it was amazing. Especially, this was almost a gift to hardcore Beatle fans. Even if you're not a hardcore Beatle fan, I think you'll enjoy it. But for hardcore Beatle fans, this was a gift. There were things in there that only hardcore Beatle fans would understand. There was footage in there that hardcore Beatle fans have been looking for forever. And there's even a scene where Paul McCartney even says, "Can you imagine 50 years from now we're putting this stuff out because people want to see, what was going on with the Beatles?" Meanwhile, that came true. I mean, so many people. This footage has been stored away for over 50 years. Beatle fans all over the world have been dying because we all knew this footage existed, but we just never saw it. So some stuff had come out in the pirate world, the bootlegging world, but this was, cleaned up quality and great audio, and it was unbelievable. Lots of cool stuff to see the Beatles fighting with each other, to see them. They really detailed the writing of Get Back. So it was kind of cool to see, a classic song, one of their best songs, one of their biggest hits. It was cool to watch their songwriting process with that song. Watch these geniuses at work. And of course the infamous rooftop performance. The whole thing was in this documentary, the whole performance, which was wild. That was, an unannounced, concert they did at lunchtime right in the heart of London. The cops had to come and shut it down. Hardcore Beatle fans ask Sandy Plajanos, like BDSM? Beatle does sucker me. Beatles do some music. Beatles do some music. Did they show John Lennon and Yoko sexy time? Jeff, let's do a documentary on you on learning English. They actually did show John and Yoko kissing at one point. Oh, there were a couple of parts where they showed the Beatles jamming with Yoko. That was my favorite. Wasn't my favorite part, but that was pretty awesome. It was awesome. Look at that, I'm tearing. All right, I'll get to that. There's a reason why I'm tearing, and I'll get to that too. All right, the last thing I'll say about the Beatles thing, there's one part, total spoiler. If you don't want to know anything about it, then turn your sound down for a second. And I'll give you a thumbs up when you can turn your sound back on. I'll give you a second to turn your sound off. The best part of this documentary, there's a scene in episode 3. Paul is talking to George Martin. George Martin was their record producer. He produced all their albums. And Martin is sitting on the floor, and Ringo's sitting next to him. Paul's talking about whatever they're talking about. They're trying to decide what to do about whatever. And Ringo turns to George Martin. He goes, "I've fought it." And George Martin goes, "Oh, thanks, Ringo." It was the best. I laughed my ass off. I just thought it was awesome. That was the best part of this whole thing. Forget about all the great music. There were a lot of great scenes with Linda McCartney, and God, she looked good in this thing. I personally think Linda McCartney was beautiful, but and there were a lot of scenes of her looking pretty good. But yeah, that was the best part. That was the best part. I loved it. And it's true. It really did happen. I'm not making that up. So go see it. Okay, turn your sound back up. Turn your sound back up. Well, let's see. What else? Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? December 16th. There's a show here at Governor's at the club in Levittown. It's a Thursday night. They do Thursday nights a lot. They do Sunday nights a lot. And they usually bring in, the best of the local gang, your Tim Gages, your Carrie Caravises, your Tim Gages. Did I say Tim Gage already? Tim Crompier, and Joe DeVito sometimes, and Mick Thomas, of course, Dennis Rooney, Mike Keegan, Carla. I don't know who's playing on December 16th, but I'm promoting the show anyway. I'm actually gonna ask them if I can host. There's December 16th. There's a few fundraisers going on that night, but one of them is for the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit, which I am the president of. We had John in here from Sempre Fame. Remember, that means always hungry in Italian. John runs a barbecue place called Sempre Fame. And he's a very charitable guy. He's a great guy. He bought 100 tickets for December 16th. And he is now trying to resell them. and I believe it's 50% of the proceeds are going to go to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit. So we are very appreciative. We're very humble. We were surprised. This was not a planned thing. John did this on his own. So we're very grateful. So we ask that you buy tickets and support us. The Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit was the very first police athletic league special needs unit in the whole country. Honest to God. There's now several others, but we were the first. God, I hope this is still playing. It froze on my screen up there, so I just want to double check. But yeah, it's unless you guys can tell me. Pagano said they did a book and movie about Jeff called Flowers for Algernon. I'm not familiar with that. Okay, it is still playing on my phone. Okay. I got nervous. The Nassau County PAL is a special needs organization. We provide some sporting programs for people who are differently abled. We have a bowling league, we have a basketball league, we have a football, we have lacrosse. We have a yoga program. We've had a paint program. We've had a computer program. We have certain sports programs that play all the time, but then we try some other programs here and there. We've had a bingo night. We do all sorts of stuff, and we have some social gatherings as well for our participants. So we do really appreciate the support, and we ask that you come down on December 16th. It's a Thursday night, and enjoy a fun night out of stand-up comedy. I don't know, maybe we'll do something in here that night, but I'll buy tickets either way. But yeah, maybe because I'm gonna, of course I want to be here. So I don't know, maybe I'll come in here that night, or maybe I'll just stay out in the club and enjoy myself. But that's December 16th. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll get you, and I'll hook you up with information on how to contact John. You know what? Let me see if I have that information right now, because I think he may have sent me something. $25, which is a great price. 8 o'clock showtime. Doors open at 6:30. Food is available at all shows. Okay, no, it doesn't say how to contact John and to buy tickets. I'll get that info for you, and we'll be pushing. We'll be pushing. Let's see. All right. So also, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Locally, we had some weird news. Here on Long Island. French Bulldogs. I should have waited for Sallie for this story since she's the dog person. French Bulldogs are notoriously expensive and can cost several $1,000s. A French Bulldog was stolen from a Huntington home. That's Huntington is north of us. It's a nicer area here on Long Island. Probably about maybe 20 minutes from here. North and a little east. So a French Bulldog was stolen from a Huntington home this past Thursday, then found in Center Moriches on Saturday. That's Elizabeth Batapede's area. But then, thankfully, the dog was found and safe. But then in a town called Bayshore, which is a little more east and south. So from here, where I am in Levittown, it's a little southeast. It's probably about 20, 25 minutes from here as well. Just hours after the French Bulldog was found in Center Moriches, another French Bulldog in Bayshore was stolen. In Bayshore. A person or people broke into a home on Farrington Avenue through a back door sometime between 8 p.m. Saturday and 7 a.m. Sunday. Clothing, cash, and a 3-month-old French Bulldog, a male named Zushi, was stolen. Zushi. Z-U-S-H-I. Elizabeth is asking Andy if he's suggesting that Jeff is a little challenged. What is this Flowers for Algernon movie then? Is it about somebody that's disabled in some way? I'm not familiar with it. So French Bulldogs, I guess, they're big on the black market. Several $1,000s. See that, and that's a problem I have right there. I don't like this mixed breeding bull crap, and then you got to pay all this money for a dog. It's ridiculous. You see these puppy stores in the mall, they lure you in with all the cute puppies who are playing, and then you spend like hundreds and thousands of dollars on puppies. Go to your local shelter where they're going to kill these sons of bitches if you don't go and save them. Like my friend Sal did this weekend. He found a puppy, rescued a puppy, and named it Zara. So what's all the Z dog names? Zara, Zara. I believe it has some kind of Bible meaning. So I don't know what's going on. People are buying or are stealing French Bulldogs. If you have a French Bulldog, you better hide them. And speaking of dogs, I'll use that as my segue into Sallie, because that is why my eyes have been tearing and watering. Only Sallie, while, just days after having surgery, only Sallie would schedule some dog boarding. As you guys know, Sallie is a dog boarder. She's watched dogs for Fremder. And she'll watch your dog. She takes good care of him. So contact her right now. Right now, I'll wait. So Sallie scheduled to watch somebody's dog, I think it was 3 days after her surgery. So the dog, and I love this dog. It's a pit bull, which is, the last dog I had, which I loved. And this dog's name is Tequila. So that tells you right there how cool this dog is. This dog is fantastic. Very playful, very friendly, but not overbearing, and just a lot of fun. But the problem is I'm allergic to this thing. And I don't know why. I do get allergic to some dogs, not all. But there's something about this dog, man. Within minutes, I'm like, ugh. And it's hard because I love this dog. I love playing with this dog. But there was one time we had this dog, Tequila, over in my arms. Both of my arms were covered in hives. And it freaked me out. But, so I kind of have to stay away from this dog, unfortunately. But it's hard. We're in the house. We're in the same house. And especially during this time because, Sallie can't do a lot. So I was, jumping in and doing things. And, I've been stuffy. My eyes have been tearing. And even though the dog went home, I don't think my system is done with it. And my eyes have been watering. I've been a little stuffy. I'm not sick. Don't start telling me I'm sick, because I'm not. It was just from the dog. So I have Sallie to thank. My eyes were really swollen over the weekend. I think Friday or Saturday was the worst. It was really, my eyes are kind of freaky looking as it is, with these big bags and stuff under them, but they were even worse. So I have Sallie to thank for that. Andy Plajanos, I'm saying Jeff started to get smart, then regressed farther than he was originally. I'm going to disagree with that. I think Jeff Bosey, actually, Andy, this goes for yourself, too. You guys, in the short time that I've known you guys, both of you, your stand-up, your comedy, has improved. Now, I know that comes out a little weird. I know that implicates that, I'm basically saying that it sucked at first, but I'm not saying that. But it's definitely improved. You guys have just been on an upward scale since I've seen you, since I've gotten to know you, seen your act, and I've seen it, through the years. But to be able to do that, your smarts must be improving, because you have to be a smart guy to pull off a good comedy act. That's why I haven't gotten past hosting, because I'm not smart. which affects my comedy. Go see Jeff and Andy do their stand-up. Come see My Murder Mysteries. So that's what Sallie did to me. That was my thank you for taking care of her. I had to deal with being allergic to a dog. All right, so speaking of which, the moment you guys have been waiting for, everybody's been asking, how is Sallie doing? How is Sallie doing? Well, I'm going to share with you now how Sallie is doing. So, excuse me. So her surgery was supposed to be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. As you guys know. So 2 weeks ago today. No, I take that back. 2 Fridays ago, we said goodbye to you guys and we wished you well. Jeff Bosey says it's just dumb luck that the words come out right. I think he has ghostwriters. So, a few Fridays ago, we said goodbye to you guys. As Sallie and I were getting ready to take the week off so that she can go in and have her surgery done. If there's anybody watching that is not familiar with what I'm talking about, Sallie, who this show is much better when she's here, by the way. Most of the shows here are because she's here for most of them. Back in August, Sallie was rear-ended. Hey, now. Sallie was sitting at a red light and bam, car smashed right into her, totaled her car. And Sallie and her son, one of her sons, needed physical therapy and chiropractic stuff. And Sallie needed surgery on her neck. The surgeon said she needed 2 discs removed. They were going to replace it with cadaver bone. So we said goodbye to you guys a few Fridays ago. We were all set to take the week off. Monday afternoon around 2 or 3 o'clock, they called and said, your surgery has been pushed to Friday. There's been a scheduling issue. So then, as you guys know, we ended up just coming in that week. We did the rest of the week. We did Tuesday and Thursday. Said goodbye all over again. Because, 2 Fridays ago, Sallie went in for the surgery. So here we are. That's us at the hospital, waiting to be brought in. Stupid COVID because, which I'm sure a lot of you have experienced. You can't go in with your loved one who's going in for surgery or whatever they're going into the hospital for. So we're in the waiting room and they're ready to take her and they're like, well, it's going to be a few hours. You may as well go home. The surgeon will be in touch. They took my number. That's how we do it now. We're going to be texting you. We'll give you full updates. We'll let you know when you can come back. And I said, well, when can I come back? Can I sit with her in recovery? And they said, no, you can't even sit with her in recovery. You got to wait until she has her room because she was scheduled to stay the night. And even that, they're like, well, we're not sure. We're actually not sure. We got to talk to the surgeon. There is a possibility she's going home today. I was like, oh, what the? Which I'm not a fan of. I think it's great in a lot of cases where they can send people home the day of. There's been so much advancement and whatnot. I get that, but we all know they're really sending you guys home because the insurance company don't want to pay. The insurance company don't want to pay. The drug companies and the insurance companies run this country. So even now, so I leave there. It sucks. We're walking out of the waiting room. There's Sallie. She's walking off. She's never had surgery before in her life for anything, and of course, all I want to do is stay. There I am walking into an elevator. All right, see you later. We're waving to each other. Like she's going food shopping and I'm going, coming here or something, see you later. So I leave and, then I come home like I'm supposed to just, go about my business like it's a regular day. So, so I go home and I'm, sitting at the computer and I'm trying to, do something, but, I'm totally distracted the whole time, so I couldn't really do much. Then starts to bother me because after a while, I realize I have not heard from anybody. The surgeon has not been in touch. Now they probably that too. We had to get up at 4. No, sorry, we got up at 5, I think it was. Yeah, we got up at 5 because we had to be there. we had to be there at 7. We left we got up at 5, which sucked. I don't know. It's so weird because I used to get up at 5 regularly when I had a real job. And I would be at my job anywhere between 5:45 and 6 every morning. So I used to get up regularly at this time, but it's been a lot of years since I retired from my full-time real job. So I'm not used to getting up that early. So I was like driving. But yeah, so they took her in around 7:10. I was home by 7:30. So we did all this driving. We did all the parking and all talking to the doctors and the staff and filling out paperwork. Like I had a full day, and I just got home at 7:30 in the morning. And I wasn't used to it. I don't know, it was just so weird. It's disgusting how patients and families are treated, says Joan. Joan, strap in, baby. I haven't gotten anywhere yet. I still have probably 20 minutes to a half hour of this show, and I'm stretching. No, but there's a lot to talk about. So a few hours go by, and I'm like, but I knew, all right, they took her in at 7:10. They had to prep her. The surgeon has to come in and see her. And I'm thinking, all right, it's probably more like 8:30 by the time they took her in. And I was getting some texts from her around 8 o'clock, just saying, I'm just waiting, just hanging out. I'm like, okay. After a while, I stopped hearing from her. So I figured around 8:30, they probably brought her in and drugged her up and felt her boobies. I don't think they did any surgery. I just think they wanted to touch her boobies because she's got great boobies. So I think they took her in around 8:30. So probably, it was probably around 10:30 where I was like, all right, I hopefully should be hearing something soon. 11:30, nothing. I'm like, 12 o'clock, Sallie's, the sister, Cindy, who lives with us, she, of course, is now, you hear of anybody yet? I'm like, no. So she's, you could tell that she's getting nervous. So I'm like, I'm trying to distract myself. I'm on the computer. I don't know, probably just on Facebook or watching porn or something. I was doing next to nothing. Because what do? Your spouse is in surgery. You're supposed to just go home and just go about your business and make a phone call. Hey, pal, how are you? Like, no. So it was definitely weird. I'm used to being the patient. I've been through so many damn surgeries, seen so many damn doctors. So I think it was around 1:30. And I was actually just starting to get myself together. I had told myself, all right, I'm just going up there. I think you know what? I remember, I think I said to myself, if I don't hear anything by 2 o'clock, I'm just going there. So yeah, I think it was a little after 1:30. I get a text from Sallie. I'm in recovery. I should be going to a room soon. So my first reaction is, yay! But then my second reaction is, what the fuck? Why didn't this doctor reach out to me? Why didn't I hear from anybody? So now I'm running around the house, get myself together. I go to Cindy. I heard from her. She's okay. Hey, wee. I leave the house, I don't know, around 1:50. As I'm on my way there, I get the text from Sallie that she's in her room. I'm like, oh, perfect. Park the car, go to her room. Of course, it takes forever to find a parking spot. If any of you guys are familiar with Winthrop Hospital in Mineola, New York, this place is a freaking. It's in the middle of picture like a busy Manhattan street or busy Queens street with a hospital in it. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of traffic lights. There's people all over the place. Parking is impossible unless you go to this garage that you have to pay, $1,000 an hour for, which I do. I finally, so I walk into the hospital, and they stop me. Sir, so this was 2 Fridays ago. I take Sallie in. It was cold in the morning, and I have my vaccination card, and they take my temperature. Everything's good. We go in, but it wasn't that cold of a day. It was cold in the morning, warmed up a little bit during the day. So I brought I didn't have my jacket. I had just like a hoodie, and I realized I left the vaccination card in the jacket. So I walk in. I'm like, oh no. In my head, I'm like, they're gonna tell me to freaking go home and get this card. So sure enough, the security guard stops me. He goes, they got to take your temperature. I'm like, okay. Lady takes my temperature. I just try to keep going. He actually puts his hand on me. He stops me. He goes, anybody check your vaccination card? I go, I don't have it. And he's got the mask on, so all I see is his eyes. He goes, you got to have it. I go, look. I said, I dropped my wife off for surgery this morning. I said, and I had it then. They cleared me. I was in the hospital. I said, check your records. I was here. I said, isn't that good enough? And he gives me one of these. Fine, go. So I should be complaining about the guy because he let me go. So I go into the, so I go up to the room, finally. There she is, in her hospital room. She's going to kill me for showing these photos. So there she is. She was doing good. She wasn't really that drugged up. Like when I've had surgeries, I'm like, and I don't barely remember anything. And I've had people tell me, yeah, I came to see you, but you really weren't making sense. She wasn't that bad. I mean, you got to remember, she normally doesn't make a lot of sense. So, so I sat down, and all was fine at first. And she said it was a great experience. The surgeon was great. The nurses were good. Like everybody, they were giving her in detail what was going on. But when she woke up, now, from the accident, she's had pain in her left side of her head, down here, her arm. She comes out of the surgery, and her right arm is bugging her. Plajanos, Tony, if someone asks you if you are a god, you say yes. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why you're saying that, but I'll take it. So her right arm is hurting. She comes out of surgery. Turns out they kept her right arm up for the whole surgery. Why, I don't know. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. But her arm was, her back, like her shoulder blade area was hurting a lot when she came out of surgery. The nurse, one of the nurses in the surgery, started rubbing the shoulder, which I love to visualize, by the way. But we get up to her room. We're there for about an hour, and a PT, maybe a little longer, and a physical therapist comes in. This young guy looks like he's maybe late 20s, early 30s. Hi, Sallie. My name is whatever, and I'm here for your PT. You feel like getting up and going for a walk? And she's like, well, I got this pain back here. And she actually tears up. She goes, I got this pain. She goes, can you check this out? Oh, no, I can't do that. What? Oh, no, I can't. I only handle PT related to the surgery. So I go, well, it is related to the surgery. They had her arm up, so it's related to the surgery. No, I can only touch incisional. I love that word. Incisional issues. So I'm only here to see if she can get up and walk and see how she's doing and get her moving. I'm like, what the? So we argued with this guy. Sallie, actually, more than me, argued with this guy. She's like, I have all this pain. And she said it was really, really bad. She said when she first came out of surgery, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10. That's a lot of pain. But when this guy was there, she said it was probably around to like a 5 or a 7, which is still pretty bad. This guy refused to do it. So again, I'm just here to see if you can get up and walk, and we'll see how you do. Maybe getting up and walking will help. Like, which we all know it's not. You're just a dick. That's right. I said dick, not just a dick. A dick. So she gets right up and she starts doing marathons, or marathon sprints like a marathon around the hallways, and she's like looking at him like, "See, I'm fine." She gets back on the bed, and the physician's assistant comes in, and the PT guy is still standing there. "Hi, I'm so-and-so, the physician's assistant." Nice lady. "Just wanted to see how you're doing." And she's like, "The PT is here. He won't touch my arm back here. I did." "Oh, no, he can't do it." I was hoping too, this physician's assistant would say, "Oh, yeah, if you could just..." She's like, "Oh, no, he's not qualified for that." We're like, "Qualified?" She goes, or licensed. Maybe she said licensed. I don't remember, or he's not authorized. That was it. He's not authorized to touch anywhere else. So we're both like, what the hell is going on here? It was really strange. So they leave. I go into the hallway because her water, that little stupid water jug that they give you, that was empty. So I go into the hallway to find some water. And who grabs some water and fills it up for me? The PT. "Oh, you looking for the water?" Yeah, I'm looking for... Now I want no part of this guy. So, I'm looking for the water. And he reaches to grab the thing from me, the jug from me. And I go, no. You just point. He goes, no, I'll do it for you. Which he does. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, that's why they have a PT here? To fill up people's water? Because he doesn't do anything else. Summon a bitch. So they ended up giving her some meds. She was refusing meds at first. Like they wanted to give her oxycodone, which is what I had when I had my amputation. And that stuff throws you, man. I had some weird stuff going on in my head. The weird stuff is always in my head, but it was enhanced by the oxycodone. So they were offering it to her, and she knows what it's done to me, so she was just like, no. So I'm like, just take it. You're in a lot of pain with your shoulder. It'll knock you out. I don't want to be knocked out. It's like, just be knocked out. She's difficult. Not a good patient. So she refused it, but the pain was getting so bad that she eventually went with, I think, she didn't go with the oxy, she went with a muscle relaxer, and I think some Tylenol or something. So she did get some rest. And there she is sleeping with her blood drain, if you look there. So she did get some sleep, and she got some rest. But hospitals, they're not fun places. They're not supposed to be fun, but you don't get rest and peace there. There's always somebody making a noise. There's always a machine beeping. There's nurses are talking, and they always come in and check on you at the weirdest times. It's always like 6 a.m, or sometimes even 2 a.m. They come and check you for something, or to change an IV or something, and you wake up like, what the fuck? So she didn't get a lot of rest. And there was a couple times she would hit that button, and nobody would come. And she was like, there was one time she was looking for the nurse, and some other, like a nurse's assistant, not even a nurse's assistant, because this was somebody who couldn't even touch anything. She probably just wipes your ass or something, or just cleans your bed sheets or changes your bed sheets. I don't know what her title would be, but she would come in and be like, one time she came in and told Sallie, well, they're in a meeting. She's like, well, you don't have coverage? Everybody's in a meeting? There was one time, no joke, no exaggeration, Sallie was pressing this thing for almost an hour because something on her IV machine was beeping, which is very annoying. If you've ever been in a hospital room, even if you're not the patient, you're just visiting someone, and that thing starts beeping for whatever reason, you just want to shoot yourself. So, and Sallie didn't know what it was beeping for. She's still in pain. Almost an hour. Girl comes in looking annoyed, and Sallie's like, "Where have you people been?" She goes, "Well, they're doing a shift change." And again, you're like, you don't have coverage while you're doing a shift change? Somebody's not around? Or they don't see patients together then, if they're doing a shift change. This is Sallie. She's here. She had surgery on her neck. Like, for Pete's sake. But, so, yeah, very annoying. But, yeah, she did a super job. There she is. This was shortly after I got there to visit. But then I get mad too because, like I said, I'm only, I couldn't be there during surgery. The visiting hours are noon to 8, and this was 2 Fridays ago. So I had to leave at like around 7 to take my daughter to basketball, to her Nassau County PAL basketball, which is on Friday nights. And, usually they have the visiting hours, but that's for everybody else. Usually the spouse can come and go, So I said, talking to the nurse, and I said, I'll be back late. I got to go. She goes, later? I go, yeah. She goes, well, visiting hours end at 8. I go, you're really going to enforce that on me? She goes, yeah, we really do. We're going to, we do enforce it on everybody. I go, what happens if I'm still here at 8 o'clock? Or if I walk in at 8 o'clock? She says, we have people that walk through the rooms to make sure everybody's leaving. And then if you're still here, we really recommend that you go. So I kind of did one of these. She goes, well, because of COVID, we don't let people stay anymore, it's just the way it's got to be for now. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. So it's, it sucks. So so I have to leave. When you ring the call bell for 5 minutes, that's when you call administration, says Joan. Fridays are not the best day to have surgery. Less staff on weekends. Well, that's what bothered me about it too. I was worried that being that she was going in now on a Friday, that she was going to get stuck there for the weekend. Like I went in on a Friday once for a kidney stone. It was probably like 10 years ago or so, maybe even more. And it was a Friday, and it was overnight. The kidney stone woke me up in the middle of the night. I think it was like 4 a.m. or something, and my kids were little. But we had to wake them up and drag them with us because I couldn't take myself to the hospital. I was in so much pain. I was a mess. But then by 7 o'clock in the morning, because they put morphine in me, and there was a chance I even passed it at that point because it was really small, so we never found it. But it might have even passed. So by 7 in the morning, I was fine. And I was fine the rest of the day. But because it was the weekend and my case wasn't serious, I ended up spending the weekend in the damn place. Had a lot of fun. Actually ended up having a lot of fun. Because I was teasing the nurses and just hanging out. My friend Sal came and spent some time with me. He brought Carvel, which is ice cream, for those of you not in New York. So, So I had to leave. And I was really pissed because I really wanted to go back and see her that night. So, but I just figured, all right, I'll leave her alone. Hopefully she'll take some painkillers or something. She'll go to sleep. Saturday morning, she's still in pain. And they were very limited with what they were giving her because they gave her Tylenol at this time. So we can't give you this until 5 hours later. And the doctor said, don't do this. And nobody would touch the damn thing. So this is what I was saying before, Joan, when I said, strap in. Because what happened to the days where you see a doctor or you're in a hospital and they took care of whatever you needed? Not, that pain in your right shoulder was not part of the surgery, so we can't touch you. I'm still blown away at that sentence. The whole time she's there, they never touched it. And she left with all this pain. She did get out Saturday. I think it was around 12 noon or 12. I think it was around 12 noon, maybe 1 o'clock. I think it was like 1 o'clock that they got her out of there. She did end up taking, I think, some Vicodin Saturday morning before she left. And even that too, she took the Vicodin. She was kind of relaxing in the hospital. And so I finally go to the nurse after a while. I go, what's the deal? Because we were there for, several hours. And that too. The fact, well, I wasn't there for several hours. She was, but the fact, see that too. I couldn't even go there until noon because visiting hours are 12 to 8. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'd like to, I like to get up early, go and sit with her and be with her, and the second they say you can go, we can go. So I got there at noon, but we still, she's been up. She took Vicodin in a few hours early. She's waiting to get the hell out of there. So I think it was around 1 o'clock. I finally went to the nurse. I go, what can she go? What are we waiting on? I was waiting on her to see how she's doing. I just wanted to smack this girl in the face. So I said, yeah, she's fine. She's ready to go. So they got all the paperwork, finally let us go. This picture, they did say to her prior to surgery that there will be a lot of bruising on her body because they put like leads all over her body, like those EKG things, and it sends reports to the computer to tell her how she's doing. And sometimes they even give her like a little thing to see if she responds. So there'll be bruising all over. Plus, they're poking and prodding with IVs and needles. So there's a lot of, she's covered in bruises. This is just a bruise on her hand. That's all I'm showing you. Sorry, Jeff. Oh, here's a cool picture. You guys will like this one. Because she put in the, what is it? The colostomy? The bag, the tube. And she thought that was the best. She thought that was the best thing in the world. Because she didn't realize, because she's never had surgery before. She's never had one. She thought you still had to like pee, like regularly when you go to the bathroom and you push it out. She thought you still had to do that. She didn't realize that it just kind of just flowed out on its own. So she asked the nurse at one point, she's like, so, how does this work? When do I go to the bathroom? What am I supposed to do? They're like, oh, no, you've been peeing the whole time. See the bag? And I'm sure you guys enjoyed seeing that just now. Molly, she was at Winthrop. Hospitalists. I didn't even know that was a word, Joan. Hospitalists see PT, not your doctor. Most times. And Miss Sallie, post-op, you need to take pain meds often for at least 24 hours so pain doesn't peak. It's a Foley bag. Oh, the pee bag is called a Foley bag? But what's the tube called? The colostomy bag? Something? Fallopian tube or something? I should know this stuff. There you go again, in case you missed it the first time. So yeah, she thought that was the greatest thing. Keep this tube in, you're like a bird. A bird just flies around and just dumps. That's why it's always on your car. She was the same thing. She's up and walking around the hospital and she's just peeing. She thought it was the best thing in the world. She actually wanted it to stay in. So she finally gets out on Saturday, and there's the nurse going over final instructions with her. And she's getting ready to split. And then there she is in the car for the ride home. Looking a little drugged up, a little swollen, but still looking good. Catheter, thanks. I will admit that the catheter is cool. The catheter is cool to have because for that reason. You don't have to worry about peeing. You can, you don't have to worry about if you're sleeping. It just flows right out. And she didn't feel any pain when it came out, which I was jealous about because, man, the few times I've had that thing, it hurts like you wouldn't believe when they're pulling it out. The second it's out, the pain is gone. Bam! Just like that. Gone. But, yeah, it's something. So they let her out the next day. She's had some pain. She's had a couple of rough moments there, maybe turning the wrong way, doing something. There she is in her bed at home. Looking somewhat happy. Not really. And then this was a few days later, looking a little happier. She's wearing that brace less and less. She's starting to turn her head a little bit. Don't ask me what it is she's drinking in that picture. Because I don't know. It looks like mud. Mud. So, and that's the last photo. She's doing well. like I said, she's starting to turn her head a little bit. She's actually, we don't know if she's supposed to be, but again, she's had a couple of rough spots because she's the worst patient in the world. She gets up, she's doing things like, son of a bitch, sit down, damn it. But I've had to yell at her several times, like, sit down. Oh, but I feel okay. And then a few hours later, I think I did too much. So sit down. We were going to have some people over for Thanksgiving. We canceled because she wasn't up to it. So we just had a nice quiet dinner at home with the kids. And it was nice because my kids were there too. So it was just we had a nice quiet family time this weekend, which was really nice actually. We watched a lot of TV with them. We had, we all had Thanksgiving with them. And, it's because it's so rare for us. Sallie or, we're both in here a lot. Or even if it's, one of us may be here, the other one's home enjoying themselves, but, the other one's here. On weekends we come in here or have a murder mystery or I'm taking, my kids someplace. Because our kids are older. They all have stuff to do. They have jobs. They have school. So it was nice. We all had off. No school, no nothing. We didn't do our show. I was engineering last week at night for the night shows, but even that I didn't have to come in after Tuesday, so I had from Wednesday till yesterday completely off. It was really nice. Haven't had time like that in a long time where everybody was home together with no commitments. So it was really nice. It was really nice. So I'll and now this week, it becomes crazy all over again. I'm doing the show this week. I'll be here tonight engineering shows. I'll be here tomorrow night engineering shows. Wednesday is Knockem did comedy rehearsal. Thursday I'll be in here engineering shows. Saturday I think Don and I are doing Green Room. I think we are. Jeff, come on in and join us. How's her headache, says Joan. Joan, the headache is gone. She's still in pain on the right side, though, and that was giving her a headache. But she spoke to the doctor. He said, this is going to go away. Even my ex-wife was nice enough. My ex-wife is the mother of my children. She was nice enough. She's a physical therapist, too. She said, this will go away. You got to give it time. But I thought it was nice that she jumped in. They're all saying, you got to give it time, but it is going to go away. And it is maybe just in the past 2 or 3 days, just starting to get a little bit better back there. We're going this afternoon to see the surgeon, first time since the surgery. So hopefully we'll get some good news. Joan says yay. Thank you, Joan. And thank you all you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking regularly how she's doing and how the pain is, how everything's going. A lot of you guys who are local said if you need anything, let you know. It's been, we've done all right. We've done all right. Like I said, we had a nice week, Thanksgiving week at home. She wasn't in that much pain that that it was, she needed to go to the hospital or, that it affected stuff. She was getting a lot of rest, a lot of sleep, and we just, watched a lot of TV. And, when she slept, it gave me time to watch my porn and, just disappear and do my own things and ignore the kids and kick a dog. So, so it was a nice time. And again, thank you guys for all the support and, for everything. We really, really do it. Seriously, do really appreciate it. And hopefully this will be, she's back on the mend and hopefully this will be the end of it. It's been a long 2 months. She has said she hasn't really felt like herself since. So, the doctor did say pre-surgery, he did say, 4 to 6 weeks, full recovery is expected. So it's a great thing. So we'll see. We'll see what's cooking, and I'll give you updates this week. We are coming in tomorrow. I am not doing the show all week by myself, so you guys are in luck. As you know, Andy's here on Fridays. So Andy, I hope you'll be here with me on Friday. It looks like Joe Pontillo, who we had to cancel on a few weeks ago, looks like he's coming in Thursday. That'll be fun. If you're not familiar with Joe, he's a very, very funny guy. Been on the local scene for several years now, but he also travels around. A couple weeks ago, we had Eddie Brill on the show because he was playing the brokerage. I know Joe opened or featured for him on one of those nights, if not both nights. I think it was one of the nights. So that's Thursday. Looks like Joe Pontillo will be here. And I'm working on finding somebody for tomorrow for Tuesday trivia. I asked a few different people, so we'll see how that works out. I'm sure when I post tomorrow morning about the show, I'll let you know who it's going to be. So we'll be back tomorrow for Tuesday trivia, and we will be here Thursday, and we will be here Friday with Andy, Thursday with Joe. And again, as far as I know, I got to talk to Don, but as far as I know, we'll be here Saturday night for Live from Governor's Green Room. What do we got? So today is Monday. We got Steve Squared tonight at 6:30. We got The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve at 8 o'clock. Then tomorrow, Comedians on Hockey returns. And all of our shows are returning this week. We got Serenity Soul Sisters coming back on Thursday. Donversations, I believe, coming back on Wednesday. Christy Miller, who I hope you watched last night, she'll be back on Sunday. DJ, I'm not answering your call. And no, you cannot do it with me this week. You come in. I gotta get other people in here, DJ. Sorry. I'm like Sallie. I disconnected the phone. Yeah, I got to get other people in here, DJ. Sorry. I'm trying to get some comedians in here. I already reached out to Modi, who's playing Governors on Friday. Modi. I'm trying to get him in here sometime this week. I don't know if he'll do it or not, but I already reached out to him. I'm signing off. Sorry, DJ. I'm signing off. So enjoy Steve Squared tonight and enjoy The Wort. And I'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully with a co-host. And we'll be doing Tuesday trivia. Good to be back. Good to see you guys again. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And again, keep it locked at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Lots of shows back this week. Oh, and before I get off, a couple of things. Well, before I sign off. Right? Nope. This way. As it says right there, please like and share our shows. Please share our shows. Please tell everybody you know about Gov's Comedy Club Podcast and all the great shows that we have. That's a great idea, Elizabeth. Maybe I will get Carletto in tomorrow. He does enjoy the Tuesday trivia. I'm going to reach out to him. Also, one last thing before I go. If you know what? Let me see if I get another camera angle in here. Yeah, all right, here we go. If you would like to have your own podcast, there's a wide shot of the studio. There's another, not a great shot, but at least you can see the couch. There's a stupid shot. If you'd like to, if you ever thought about doing your own podcast, or you know somebody that does, well, you know what? Makes a great holiday gift. Buy somebody some studio time right here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. As you see, it says on that big black screen, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Where better to do a podcast than at the legendary Governor's Comedy Club? The studio is here in the club in Levittown. It's in the back. We have 5 cameras. We have 7 microphones. We have 4 phone lines. We have Zoom capabilities. We have graphics, as you see, like the phone number and the share the show thing. And usually everything works. So, thank you, Will. Thanks, Elizabeth. You guys have a great day, too. Makes a great gift. Buy somebody some studio time. Come in, do a podcast. We have plenty of slots open, whether you like to do it live or just record it and air it yourself, or we'll air it, or both. Come on in. Contact us on our Facebook page, Gov's Comedy Club Facebook. Contact us, message us through the Facebook page. Tell us you'd like to do a show. Even if it's a one-time thing, come on in. It'll be fun. You get an engineer that's covered in the price. Contact us. We got special holiday rates right now. So give us a call or contact us on Facebook, and we'll hook you up with a fun podcast. You can bring in guests. You want to do a show with music? You can even have access to the little room if you want. most of the time. So if you want to bring in a band or a dancer or something, or you want to just sit in this room and talk to anybody, you want to talk to a politician, you want to talk sports. We need some sports shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcasts. We have comedians on hockey tomorrow, but we need some other sports, football and everything else. So, contact us and we'll hook you up. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. See you later.